Hello everyone. So bar trap, love and hate relationship. So good, but yet so very bad for you. Here's the thing. Bar trap is almost all the time a must for parsing. Besides the 10% crit damage that it gives you, one can argue that there are sets and skills that can give you crit damage or even on the blue CP tree, which is totally debatable. As well, one can argue maybe preference or situational, especially in game content. One can switch around. However, on the parts, even if you decide to tweak it or find a way or a balance, most of the time for most people, it's not even worth it. Much of the hassle. You're gonna probably find your life way easier if you just put it on your parts than to try something out in most occasions. In game content, however, because of movement or situations, one may sometimes have an alternative skill, such as maybe Camouflage Hunter. Literally, you just keep it on the bar, never ever have to press it in your life. Race Against Time from the Citric Order, that will give you 10% crit damage, followed by a speed buff, or even something totally different from crit damage, especially if your team's over the cap, like Caltrops, simple to help with breach. Be mindful, of course. All this depends on your team, group comp, and strategies. So don't take all this information like the Bible. Take it more as a grain of salt and as useful information to keep open-minded about. Now, what I'm saying to most people may be blah blah blah, and sure, many know this, say, hey, I know this already. But the bar trap also gives you a really good bleed damage. That at the moment in the game, there isn't much bleed damage that comes as close to this, with the exception of the 5-piece Pillar of Nirn set that has a tremendous good bleed damage even with the little minor nerf. Which, can you really call it a nerf with a 1k loss? That you could probably get it from somewhere else or better fluency in your parse? And the damage passives, simply for putting it on bar trap from the fighter's guild passive, also helps as well. Now the problem people are having in many fights, especially trash ass, is that by the time you put bar trap to activate, the fight is already probably over, or things were completely burned considering how much the damage is so high at the moment with the S. Even in the last patch where people who used to hit 130, 140 may have dropped a little bit to maybe 114, 113, they just tweaked their build a little bit and their numbers started to get, at least for most people, back up, with a little practice on your parts. And let's consider things like, example, maybe portals. Some people may not even want to put it on because of delays of trap responding. An example, practicing on my new updated Nightblade parse. I realized several moments and occasions where every skill worked except for bar trap did not want to work, and during the week I had to restart my console several times just to get it to work on my parse. I thought maybe it was me, but when I had a few teammates have the same issue, I realized that as much as I love bar trap and try to put it on most of the time, I also understand that the skill has issues where sometimes makes it not worth to put it on. Plus, at times, having buggy issues and lag. Now I see why some people prefer not to use it. I also see many people in many cores argue for hours about whether bar trap is good, whether they should use it, or even make it situational, or even use it in the first place. What do you guys think? Feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.